That's an important question to ask. There's always some unimportant questions to ask, just jokes or something. Like, well, if you could be a plane of consciousness, which plane of consciousness would you be and why? Or whether you want it or you don't want it, will you get it? Stuff like that. Not sure if you guys are going to get that one. That might be a little beyond you. Might be a little beyond you. Dumb joke, don't worry about it. But anyway, so that's good. Once you get some people you think are going to be good for your mandali, the next step is, I cannot stress this enough, the most important step that you will take. It's the most overlooked step, and to many people the most shocking step, but it's one that's of the utmost importance: the drug testing. The drug testing, because you don't know who's natural these days, and you don't know who's on the roids. You have to challenge. I mean, who would have thought Upasni Maharaj would have been on steroids? But I think we got some evidence right here. He certainly didn't have the Tommy John. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying. It's fine. Don't worry. Some of these mandali records have stood for millennia, and they're just getting knocked down left and right with cartoonish numbers. People are putting up. What is it? I think Visaj, I can't even pronounce his own name, Visaj Vyans, I'm his boss, I can't pronounce his own name, bowed down to like 1,000 musts last season. That's impossible, that's cartoonish. And there's certainly, absolutely, positively, no other justification besides steroids for Bao's continued world touring in the eye of complete medical meltdown. I mean, he's got to be on performance-enhancing something, you know what I'm saying? And when I found out that dear old Gustaji, that his mustache wasn't natural, that he was on stash-roids, well, that hurt right here, left nipple right here, it hurt right there. But so that's the important thing, and it's important to get mandali members who are like your family, because in a lot of ways, your real family, once you become the avatar, they change, and they might not look at you the same way. I know with my mother, it wasn't easy. A lot of mothers, they have certain expectations, certain goals for their children, and if their child gets off that path, they want to do everything they can to nudge their child back on that path, up to and including the most powerful weapon a mother has: unrelenting guilt. And Shireen she would say things. She'd be like, Jamshed's mother says that he is applying to law school, and you were living under a neem tree? A mother should be so lucky, She'd always make it seem so personal, like I'd become an avatar just to spite her or something like that, She'd be like, I just cleaned your floor, and now, I just cleaned your room, and now the floor is covered in blood again? What have I done to deserve this, Or perhaps, the one I love the most, she uses this all the time, my most favorite, she'd say, why can't you be like your father and just settle down with a nice Parsi woman, 1/4 your age, We're so lucky your grandmother is not alive today to see this. She would truly die of embarrassment. Oh, it would be awkward. But anyways, so that's important to find solid mandali members. If I could just take a moment to do a quick public service announcement, since I have you guys here. I know that you guys are working on a darshan coming up soon. I mean, I know, I'm knowledge infinite, come on, I know. And I know that you're going to call it the Great Darshan. And look, I appreciate the adjective there, but I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest. I just don't know if it's really going to be that great of a darshan. I mean, it's going to be a good darshan. It's going to be a pretty decent darshan. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 5 darshans of all time, though. I mean, you have you got the grandiose darshan, a 37. I mean, that was pretty grandiose. Yes, he loved that. They got Lucky the puppy over there, and he Chummy the monkey, something like that. I don't know. And we got the Wicked Pissa darshan over in Boston. I mean, that one's pretty wicked. Also Pissa. And we had the super fun, amazing, crazy rice hour darshan in Tokyo. That one was pretty super fun, amazing, crazy rice hour. I've never had a darshan quite so super fun, amazing, crazy rice hour as that darshan. So when you try to stack up those darshans with the Great Darshan, I'm just not sure. And I mean, spoiler alert, I'm not even really gonna be there. I mean, let's just be honest here. Let's just put all the cards on the table. Just a second, even the avatar gets thirsty. But anyways, I'm happy to be here in California because I've always had interests in perhaps the most important thing an avatar can truly ever care about: TV connections. And so being here in California is important because you're so close, to all the action. Maybe I'll get, in with some network people. I got some great ideas. The first idea that I think I have, which would be great for a show, or maybe like a DVD or something, would be an Avatar Mayor Baba workout video. Because a lot of avatars come up to me in the course of my day and say, look, Merwan, you're looking trim, you're looking thin, you're a lean, mean, must-hunted machine, what do you do to stay so trim? I always tell them, look, Buddha in specific. I know, I'm just joking. You're looking great there, Buddha. You might want to put a shirt on though. But there's things that you do in the course of your day, just normal things that seem so easy to you. If you just take those and put them into a workout perspective, you can really start to lose some weight, like, bowing down to must and stuff like that. I mean, I think that's a great idea. I think it would be great to see on my workout video, just doing something like that, just be like, and bow, and prostrate, and wash, and wash. I mean, you do like 100 of those a day, the pounds will just melt right off, especially in the hot Indian sun. I've even got some names I'm working on. Mustaches of Steel is one I'm thinking about. Sweating to the really oldies is another one that I'm considering. So that's an idea that I have. Another thing to do in the workout video, another thing that people do, just in avatars do in daily life, that you can maybe just make a little more workout oriented, would just wear wrist weights. Easy wrist weights, because you're already talking anyways. Ow. Just add some wrist weights there, and the pounds will just come right off. I mean, I know it makes it a little bit tough to talk, but so do jowls. So it sort of evens out. But another idea that I have that I think could be very successful would be a sitcom, a situational comedy based off of my stand-up material. A lot of comedians are getting that these days. I even have a great pitch for when I have to go in for these network, schmucks. It would be Seinfeld meets Slumdog, a show about nothing and the everything. I mean, who could say no to that pitch? And the show would be pretty formulaic. I don't anticipate doing a lot of work on this. We'd have like the wacky neighbor. We could have it like Narayan Maharaj or something. And Mara and I will have some kids. We'll call them Audie Jr. and Audie Sr., Audie the Third. And we'll get into crazy adventures every Thursday at 9:30 that last exactly 22 minutes plus commercials. Where we teach our kids important life lessons like, treating your elders with respect and going to school and attaining God realization, just basic things like that, I originally got the idea of doing a sitcom when I first watched the Jeff Foxworthy Show. I don't know if you guys love the Jeff Foxworthy Show down there? No? Okay, fair enough. Bit of a comedic inspiration to me, bit of a comedic idol. I really always loved it when he would do his "You Might Just Be a Redneck If," You might just be a redneck if. Yeah, I know, I'm terrible at impersonations. You'd think the Avatar would be better at impersonations, I don't know. But anyways, so I wrote a couple of "You Might Just Be an Avatar If" bits that I hope you guys are ready for. None of you seem ready for them, but hopefully you're ready for them. Many of you seem like saying, get off the stage, I don't know why you're still up there, I wish you would get off immediately. But anyways, if you've ever had to pick up your best friend's gunny sack from the dry cleaner, you might just be an Avatar. If you are in the top 1 of all people worthy of worship, top 1, you might just be an Avatar. If your idea of a fun Friday night is climbing into a table cabin to write a book no one's ever going to read, you might just be an Avatar. If you get a little too excited at the thought of washing lepers' feet, and really, who doesn't, but if you get a little too excited at the thought of washing lepers' feet, well, let's face it, you are an Avatar at that point, And finally, if you have long curly hair and a big fluffy mustache, you might just be Dennis Schlain. Hey, you've been a great crowd. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope that you stick around. We got some other great stuff.